Cushman Wakefield is a global commercial real estate firm across over 60 countries, 600 offices, with about 52,000 colleagues. And we aim to be the advisor of choice for CEOs around the world as they go through their complex decisions around their commercial real estate across the built world, whether that's retail, industrial, or healthcare.
So when we went looking for a contract management system and solution, I imagine we looked much like many of ContractPodAi's customers. We did not have a consolidated database of contracts. All of our workflows were in emails, and our lawyers spent most of their time every day reviewing T's and C's, which is just not the best use of their time. We've found that ContractPodAi has helped us boost engagement of our employees because they're no longer doing the drudgery that is associated with reviewing a contract. Instead, that work is being done, at least in the first instance, by Leah. We've also found that it's enabled us to just be more efficient in our cycle times, our review times, and the number of people that we need to collaborate on an individual contract.
So entering any boardroom, you want to be able to present a real, clear, achievable ROI. And in order to do so, we went beyond the office of the GC. We went directly to the business. The revenue that we can generate by forward looking at all of our contracts, comparing critical terms, and in particular escalation clauses of fees, has afforded our operators the opportunity to go claim that revenue. And at this point, it makes a clear ROI for the business that's supported by the chief executive and not just the CIO and the GC.
We selected ContractPodAi because we were convinced it was the best technology solution available, especially in relation to generative AI. That was our own instinct in going through our RFP process, but it was also what we had heard from our colleagues around other organizations, both in the US and abroad. So the two values that I was very focused on were, number one, workflow. I was really focused on making things more efficient, being able to reduce our cycle times, being able to have people collaborate more easily through the system and not over email. I was also really focused on quality, making sure that we could control for when someone just has a bad day and might miss something, or just otherwise make a mistake. Having a tool such as ContractPodAi allows us to control for something like that. The other value stream was really associated with knowledge management. We wanted to create a repository where all of our contracts could live, and then from which we could get answers, whether it's simple questions about when a contract were to expire, for example, or how many different contracts we have with a single enterprise client, but also more sophisticated analytics and insights that could be gleaned from that treasure trove of information that sits within all of our contracts.
The third component was using the data that the GC office has compiled and expanding out the usage of it. We're going to deploy it out to our operators out in the field. These commercial terms within these contracts have critical commitments that we've made to our clients. And in order for our operators to continue to delight and provide the best information to our clients, they need this information at their fingertips. So we've taken this data, aggregated it, and combined it with our financial and operational data to really hone in where our operators need to focus and deliver the outcomes that we've committed to in our commercial terms with our clients. The feedback we've received from our teams in terms of ContractPod is that there's a real intense listening that's taking place and the voice that they bring to the product, anywhere that there's authenticity into the response, whether something is doable or not. We feel that that actual depth of listening and showcasing their responses in true turnaround of either product or configuration guidance has been a differentiator for us.
I've been so impressed by the depth that they've shown to us. Whenever we've had any kind of a bump in the road or anytime we've had an organizational struggle that we've had to overcome, ContractPod has been so willing to accommodate or shift gears in order to make it as successful as it can be.